In the last video, I mentioned that anxiety is typically caused by a fear of present or future feeling of not being safe or in control. I also mentioned that our response to a situation is created by our perception of life. In other words, we don't see life as it is, we see life as we are. We feel the way we do because of how we look at life. And if we look at life through a different lens, we'll get a totally different experience. So said another way, your context creates your content. So if you believe the world is a dangerous place, you'll look at life with that lens and you'll be wired to scan for things that could go wrong. Makes sense, right? If you experience a lot of trauma as a child, you're more likely to have a recurrent anxiety as an adult. And this is because children who grew up in a traumatic environment learn how to become the masters of survival. Our young nervous system is being toned towards habits of connection or protection. And for children who experience a lot of trauma, their nervous system will be wired to be constantly vigilant and trying to protect themselves. So if you had a traumatic childhood, you're more at risk of falling into an anxious state as an adult. I mentioned before that our central nervous system is like hardware, and our perception of life and beliefs, they're just like software. They were programmed. We programmed ourselves when we were young to keep ourselves safe. But the good news is that's just a program, and programs can be reprogrammed. I want you to take a moment, and if you're feeling anxious about something, really feel into it now. How do you feel in your body? Do you feel tension anywhere? Just feel into that. Does your neck or chest feel tight? Do you feel a knot in your stomach? Is your breath deep or is it shallow? How fast is your heart breathing? If you haven't done the exercise from the prior video on approval and control, go back and do that now. Then ask yourself this question. Is it an absolute truth or certain that you are not safe and in control, or you're not going to be okay? So for the most of you, the answer should be no. It's not an absolute truth. Typically, just your subconscious mind scanning, trying to predict and protect. So if that's the case, and you're not safe, and you're not in control, how would that change your thoughts and feelings now? You just did the body scan of feeling for anxiety. And now that you know that you're not safe and you're not in control, how do you feel? How are your thoughts and feelings? How would that change if you lived from that context? What would become available to you if that was your new framework for life? How would your body feel then? Maybe more open, right? How would your breath be? Maybe deeper breaths, right? What emotions would you feel? Maybe feel more free, more relaxed. How would your energy be? Maybe more energized. What becomes available to you in your life now when you live from that context? I want you to feel into that just for a moment. Ultimately, when you feel powerless to your circumstances, and often all of us do at some point, this has happened, this has happened, this has happened. Remember that you still have the power on how you react to your circumstances, which ultimately will shape your experience. When Krishnamurti was asked how he manages to stay so relaxed and calm, he responded that the secret is, I don't mind what happens. This is the essence of inner freedom. Release attachment to outcomes and you'll feel good no matter what. On that note, I'm going to leave you until the next video. Please feel free to share with a friend who might be going through some challenging times at the moment, and I'll see you in the next video.